Welcome to the Grey Havens Hour. In Tolkien's world, the greatest tragedies do not begin with hatred. They begin with love. Before Middle-earth knew war, before exile and sorrow, there was light. Not sunlight as we know it, but a living radiance. A mingled glow of the two trees of Valinor, Telperion and Laurelin, silver and gold, memory and hope. In that light, Feanor wrought the Silmarils, not merely jewels, but vessels of remembrance, holding within them the unmarred beauty of the world's beginning. They were the most beautiful things ever made by hands, and Feanor loved them. When the light was destroyed, and the Silmarils stolen, something in him hardened. Grief became resolve, resolve became words. And those words, once spoken, changed the fate of the world. Today, we begin not with renewal itself, but with the wound that made renewal necessary. This is the story of Feanor, and the oath that broke the world. Feanor was not a villain. Tolkien is careful about this. He was brilliant, proud, fierce, and gifted beyond measure. The greatest craftsman among the Elves. A spirit of fire in a people shaped by memory and patience. The Silmarils were born of that fire. Tolkien tells us they captured the light of the two trees, and that even the Valar could not remake them. They were unique, unrepeatable. But what made them dangerous was not their beauty. It was that Feanor bound his heart to them. When Melkor destroyed the trees and fled with the Silmarils, Feanor's grief was absolute. He did not ask how the light might move on. He asked only how it might be reclaimed. And here, Tolkien shows us the first fracture. Love that cannot accept loss begins to turn inward. In Tilion, beneath the stars, Feanor swore an oath. Not alone, but with his sons beside him. They vowed to pursue anyone who held the Silmaril, elf, man or Valar, to the ends of the world. Tolkien does not present this moment as sudden madness. It is deliberate, formal, terrible in its clarity. The oath binds more than intent. It binds the future. For Tolkien, words matter. To speak them is to place oneself into the music, to add a theme that cannot simply be withdrawn. This oath does not merely compel action, it closes other paths. And in that narrowing, freedom begins to vanish. At Alqualondë, the first Kinslaying stains the sea with Elvish blood. Not because Feanor desires cruelty, but because the oath permits no retreat. Tolkien's tragedy is subtle here. The sons of Feanor do not always wish to kill. They are not without conscience, but they are bound. The oath does not remove their will, it replaces it. Again and again, through the First Age, they pursue the Silmarils, even when it leads only to ruin. An oath, made to preserve light, becomes the instrument by which light is lost. The Silmarils endure, but the House of Feanor does not. One by one, his sons fall, not redeemed, not reconciled, but consumed by the promise they cannot escape. Tolkien never calls this justice. He calls it tragedy. The long defeat begins here. Not because evil triumphs, but because love refused to loosen its grip. And yet, even here, the story does not end in despair. For Tolkien never leaves us without a counterpoint. When the last sons of Feanor are gone, the Silmarils pass beyond reach, one to the sky, one to the sea, one to the depths of the earth. They are no longer pursued, and only then does their light become what it was meant to be, a gift, not a prize. Here, Tolkien whispers his truth rather than declare it, that beauty cannot be saved by force, only by release. Feanor did not fall because he loved beauty. He fell because he could not imagine a world in which he did not hold it. This is the first lesson Tolkien gives us about oaths. That a promise made in fear can outlive wisdom, outlast mercy, and wound generations yet unborn. But this is only the beginning. For Tolkien also shows us another kind of oath, one born not of possession, but from gratitude. One that loosens its grip on power, and in doing so, restores what fire could not. Thank you for walking these early, broken roads with the Greyhaven's Hour. If these reflections have meant something to you, you're warmly invited to like, subscribe, and share this journey with others who still listen for quiet hope. Until next time, may the promises you keep never cost you the freedom to choose mercy.